Yo, what's up? Hope you're having a good day. This Wednesday, February 5th, from 6 to 7:30 p.m., the city of Corpus Christi and Corpus Christi Water is hosting a listening session, and it's a public input session for the proposed drought contingency plan. They're going to do a presentation, and then the public will have the chance to give comment on the contingency plan. So they announced and planned this meeting on last Friday, the 31st, which is really late notice for a public meeting. CC Water was at City Council last Tuesday. It would have been great if they announced it on Tuesday instead of Friday, but oh well. And so yeah, I have some key points here and issues with the drought contingency plan, kind of consolidated here, so that if anyone's going to the meeting, not really sure what to say, you can use this. You can use this while you're looking at the drought contingency plan to kind of see it for yourself and think about it in terms of our water shortage, the water crisis, the city looking for primarily using desal as and it's what they've been focused on for the last few years to solve this water crisis. So it's very relevant in context of that because this is how they enforce how much water is used by industry, residents, and also small businesses and commercial use. So yeah, I'm gonna play a news clip from 2019 just to show you what the CC Water and city manager, what their stance has been, what they were saying back in 2019.
It's narrowed down its choices for potential sites.
Soon we will be making recommendations for sites in the Inner Harbor and one in the La Quinta Channel area. What we want the community to know is that we have a plan and that we have multiple sources of new water identified for possible development in our community.
And then real quick, here's a clip from Jason at this last city council meeting. They run the Protect the Corpus Christi Bay page on Instagram, so follow them if you don't. And yeah, just huge shout out to Jason for the research and time they put into this and helping me consolidate this information together. And yeah, they're super smart.
Number two, we are not meeting our target reductions. Last year, municipal sales were 74 million gallons a day on average. To meet our stage 3 targets, we would need to conserve 22 million gallons a day. That's more than what residents used in 2023. So how can we be meeting these targets if most of the heavy lifting is being done by residents? It's ridiculous. The target reductions are just numbers on a page unless we have a real plan to implement them. Number three, monitoring conservation. We should be providing monthly updates showing last month's per capita use compared to a year or two before. That way we can gauge how effective our current conservation efforts are. Number four, pro rata allocations should have gone into effect at the onset of stage 3, but this hasn't happened yet. To me, that's pretty huge.
Thanks for that, Jason. And so yeah, now I'm gonna actually go into the drought contingency plan. I would recommend at least skimming through it. It is a little hard of a read, but everything redlined in it is changes that they're making. So all those red lines are still in this document. So it's actually kind of helpful. You can see what's changing. So I'm gonna go down here to page 19, and this is where it has each stages, what reduction level that they were aiming for in each stage, the things that are changing on each stage, the limits on water usage. And so yeah, going down to stage 2 here, you can see the surcharges. It's the same for industrial and residential commercial. It's the $1 surcharge. And but industry starts over a certain amount of usage. And so yeah, if you go down, obviously stage 3, all the previous things from stage 1 and 2 are in effect. And then the surcharges are also listed as optional measures. So just keep that in mind. You see that it's optional for the city to stop new connections from being approved. Like that's at their discretion. They're not heavily stopping or enforcing anything. It's optional, these surcharges are. And then you see once again, it's the same rates for industry as residents for the surcharges. Industry starts, they don't pay the surcharge till over 12.8 million gallons. And we haven't even gotten to the section about the drought exemption fee yet. So yes, scrolling past, there's stage 4. There's the stage 4 surcharges, which was $4. Once again, it's the same surcharge for residents and industry and commercial. This is the surcharge specific section. And then on here, you can see there's a bunch of stuff redlined. But the more tiered pricing, where it's not just a flat dollar amount surcharge for your use, this is where they redlined everything where it would be a multiplier based on your use, where you would pay higher surcharges for your higher usages, which is what you need to make up for the lost revenue that you're going to face from conserving, from less water being used. The city will admit that, industry, they'll say industries cut back their usage a little bit. They won't enforce anything further than that for industry to curtail. But if usage is going to be cut back, the city's going to have less revenue, and that's going to lead to water rates being increased for everyone across the board. And so now here in the DCP, there's other things about exceptions and variants. There's lots of variant optional wording that just benefits industry. Here you see I'm highlighting the drought surcharge exemption fee, 31 cents, raised a mere 6 cents from the last contingency plan, that large volume users can pay to be exempt from the surcharges. So yeah, this is a big thing if you're going to be there and give comment. And the drought exemption fee. Um, it's really unfair to residents, especially once again as industry uses the large majority of the water here in Corpus. That's well documented, and the city doesn't even contest against that. That's an argument. That's not even something that you can contest. Industry does use the water. And then you see here, section 16.7, the triggering criteria for the stages. On stage 4, excuse me, there's not an actual level for deciding when stage 4 begins. The city manager decides that. So that's something for sure a point to bring up if you go to the meeting. And let's see, what else are we gonna go over here? Oh yeah, here's the targets for each stage. 20% for stage 2, 30% for stage 3. So it's not a good plan if you have no chance of getting to it stage. If you don't have anything that's gonna curtail the people using the water, you're not gonna reach your goal. So it's not a good plan. And then down here, 16.9, pro rata water allocation. This was something that was supposed to be initiated in stage 2. There's the Texas Water Code, section 11.039, and this is supposed to be used for when you're in water crisis to allocate the amounts of water to ensure that there's enough for everyone. So this can be used to substantially um, decrease and curtail industry usage, which is what you need at a time of severe drought. So yeah, that's pretty much all I was gonna go over. If you can, skim over it yourself, look at it with these points we have, and see what you think for yourself. If you can make it tomorrow on Wednesday, that would be great. We'd love to see new people there making comment or just being there in support. Wear blue if you come. And we do have our DSA meeting today, Tuesday night at 7:30. If you have any questions, we can answer them there. You can DM us, drop them in the comments. And also, if you want some more information, we released a video on our YouTube the other day from the January 14th City Council meeting, where we once again had a coalition of people go and give comment. So you can learn a lot about desal and the water exemption. And yeah, we have to do it again because they scheduled this meeting. This is our chance to give public input. So it's important to be there, be on the record, state our opposition, show that people are against corporate greed. Water is life, and people need to be prioritized over profits. The residents and should be prioritized over these huge corporations. And this is also affecting the small businesses. The city council shouldn't, and the city government shouldn't be favoring one industry or one business over another or one group of people over another. So yeah, it's important for residents to show up. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks for watching. This is kind of last minute. So yeah, hope you have a good day.